I'm inside an old tin can, basically. So I jumped on here a few minutes early. Oops. And it, no, come on, get down. Get down. Sorry. Crazy live. Come over here. Okay. I guess it's working. If you're there, I see two people join me. So if you're there, go ahead and give me a hello. I put my earbuds in so that maybe the sound would be a little bit better. And hey, Stitch Girl, how's it going? Hello from North Carolina. Hi, Cindy Cross Stitch. Welcome. Good. Can everybody hear me okay? I didn't know what the sound would be like in here. So, hi, Deanna. So I put the earbuds in to see, if that would help. Good, good. I'm glad that you can hear me. Okay. Oh, heavens, I'm sorry. And anyway, I thought like, oh, I'm gonna, like it's from the campground. I'll be looking really nasty. And then I realized, no, this is pretty much an everyday look for me. So here I am. This is all like old and very vintage and very kind of yucky. Not real thrilled with it, but it's working still and it's what we have. So what we have and what we're camping in, we are camping this week at Aloha State Park in the northern part of Michigan on Mullet Lake. And what we camp in is, I think it's a 31 foot Airstream camper. It's from the 70s and it has not been updated yet. We have plenty of room, skill, and manpower to do that. And we've been talking very seriously and been jotting up some plans that I think it's on the schedule for fall of 2022. Can you imagine? Would you guys like to follow along and see an Airstream restoration? Because Brian, he has some legit skills, okay? And we've got the plans, we've got all the details, and he's polished one before. So we're looking at taking this all apart and reworking it. And that'll probably be a 6-month job. So we're going to be probably pulling back on some of the custom furniture in that area and pulling the Airstream into the shop, giving it a go for a solid 6 months. So I think that would be really fun, and I'll bring you guys all along on the journey. So anyway, we do love to camp, and like I said, we're here with my daughters and her husband and my 3 grandchildren. My brother and sister are here, and we're just all having a grand time. My daughter also camps in a vintage Airstream, so I've just got my hand on a dog because this pit bull, they don't love to camp. Let's put it this way. He wants to go get anybody. So, okay, Nevada Stitcher says she has a small camper about 5 years old. You've never been in an Airstream. Well, an Airstream is a little different. It does not have a slide out. It's got some compromises that you're making. We went from when the girls were younger, we purchased a fifth wheel with a bunkhouse, a big truck and a diesel to pull it. And we went all over the place in that. And it was wonderful. We loved it. It was so great, and everything was like all brand spanking new. So when you turned on the fridge, you knew it worked and all that. So we, once the girls were all out, we went ahead and sold that and then have been camping in vintage trailers ever since because we've redone a couple of them and it's been a lot of fun. So this one doesn't have like a slide out to it. It's just kind of long and narrow. It does get a little toasty in here because I turned the air off so that you guys could hear me okay. But anyway, that's it. I'll put some pictures of what it looks like on the outside and everything on Instagram and share more about that with you guys later. But I just thought since I was still here and I can get on. Oh, hi, Pat. Twin Lake, Michigan. That's where Pat's from. So how far away is that from where I'm at? I'm at Aloha, so Mullet Lake. Where is Twin Lake located? I'll let you go ahead and answer and I'll get my first whip out. Okay, I put some notes together so that I could stay on track. Thought I'd go over I don't have any fully finished pieces to show you, so I'm going to go over the whips that I've been working on while I've been here at the campground. Now, the first thing I thought I'd show you, this is I just use a lap desk. I know I've shown this before, but when I travel, even at home, I just use a lap desk. And I started to collect stickers of the places that I've been to. So we went to Assateague State Park and I was stitched there. I just added Aloha State Park up here. I took it to the retreat that I was at with Stitching with the Housewives, and they gave us this sticker there. I've been to Disney World a number of times, so I just popped a little Mickey Mouse on there. And then Keystone was where we went when we were skiing. And up here in the corner, I glued a piece of metal on there so that I could stick magnets for my pins. And I've got this cute little dot dot goose. Can you see it? Denise sent that when I ordered one of my bags. So it was a little dot dot goose needle minder up there, and then this one for summer. So I've got a spot for my needle minders, and that's just the board I use. I also use this light, which is the Halo Go light, and I just pop it on my board. I'll just show you a quick setup here, like that, and I head out to the lawn chair or down to the beach or just sitting here in my camper and stitch like crazy. It's been fun. So I thought I'd show you that. And then the first whip that I have to share with you is the progress on my Granny Square stitch along. The Granny Square chart was the free chart that was on, I'll show it here, on Fat Quarter Shop, so you can get that. This is Granny Square Sal is the hashtag for that. And I've been working on a big piece of fabric and just filling in. And so that's how that's coming. It is on a 14 count Aida, and I've been using the called for colors that were in the flea market baskets and flea market flower patterns. And alongside that, kind of like a little piggybacker with the Granny Square, has been this sampler that I'm working on. It's Ellen Barber 1895. And this is the first sampler that I've grabbed. And I know I've talked about this and showed with, but I really loved that it had the Home Sweet Home on it. I love the simplicity of it. And I did make some progress on that, because what I do is the floss threads that I put into the Granny Squares are the ones, 225 miles away. Oh, that's a little ways. Are the same ones I've been using to do Ellen Barber. So I was able to finish the alphabet row on the top and then start the next one and then do this part right there. And that's the border of it. But again, it's the same colors from this, so they should complement when I'm done. They're not the called for colors. I'm just winging it because I figured, I don't know, something about a sampler just made me think that, oh, okay. And I thought this was on white, but this is not on white. This sampler is on antique white, because I can tell it's different from that. I have no time frame for these to be done. I'm just grabbing them every now and then, and they're a good travel one, and going along as I go. And I have them in one of the bags that I made from the zippy panel bag from Lori Holt. So that's that one. The next whip that I brought along, and it was a new start and almost a finish, it will be a finish before I go home, is the August month to month. There it is. I had them in the shop, but I actually bought this one from Fat Quarter Shop. The August month to month from Stitching with the Housewives. This is going to be going on this board, which I introduced last week. It's been traveling. And the August one, I'm putting on a board that has a whitewash, gray washed background with a white crate. Now, something, I haven't gotten them yet. I hope I'm not too late that they didn't already sell out, but I've decided to paint a separate, you guys should, you don't have to, but most of you will probably get one backer and use magnets to change out your stitch on the top. I decided I kind of like to paint a bunch of different ones and see the different directions, since I was painting different ones, the different directions each one would go. So what I thought is I'd paint one for each design each month, and then on the back, grab those stickers that were the month to month stickers from Fat Quarter Shop. Let me find a spot over here, and put it on the back of the board. So this is my progress. And here, I'll just put it right on the board so you can see. I have gotten that much done. This one still needs the bees, and then I need to put and do the small. The small is going to go on the front the small round, I'm going to put right here. So that is on 14 count white Ada. And I used the called for colors because I got the kit from Fat Quarter Shop and it came with it. And it is all tucked away in this adorable little bag with the sunflowers that I got from Denise at Dot Dot Goose. And I used one of my floss dials to put the floss on. So that's the second one that I worked on. Another one I worked on is a fall piece, but it is a secret stitch. So, but I did start and finish it. You'll see it soon, but it's a secret stitch, so I can't share it here. The next, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. And then this morning started the letters to Santa. Let me get back to my notes because here we go. Okay, we got month to month. Now, those are the whips that I brought and started, worked on while I was here. There's a couple stitch alongs that I'm going to do. And this is kind of going to weed into July plans or best laid plans, I guess. Thoughts, July thoughts. Let's put it that way. The things that probably will happen this July or that I'm working on. One of them is the letters to Santa stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop. And you may have already seen it. It started today. When I don't have a picture of it here. Last week, I was talking and I said that the border had released. That I didn't mean that the border had released. I meant that there was a sneak peek of the border on the chart, the getting ready chart. Let me grab that and show you. So the getting ready chart, oh, I don't have pictures here either. So showed a picture of what the border would look like in the sneak peek of it all. So that was where I had gotten the notion that we had this border that was going to be on it and the letters to Santa backer. Let me get this ready for you, see? That I introduced last week looks like that. Look, double me. Looks like that. It's a hanging one. Here it is again. I don't have it with me, so I just did pictures. And it will hang like this on the stand. I got it started because the first release came out this morning. So I got it started and it is on 14 count black Ada. Here's my start. This morning I got that part because I got anxious and wanted to see what the blue and the green and red would look like in there. It is very quick. It's a super quick one because you're just repeating. I love the repeat ones. You just repeat. Plus it's an easy border to do because, you can count the little things. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly is saying hello from Kansas. So that's my start for letters to Santa that will go on this backer that I shared with you last week. And this details for this. Let me get back to that. I put some of them on the Instagram this morning. So if you follow me on Instagram, the letters to Santa stitch along started this morning on July 1st. It is a $12.48 chart that you purchase from Fat Quarter Shop. That's a one-time fee. Someone had asked me if you had to buy each one of them, but no, you pay $12.48 one time for the purchase, and it is a downloadable. You'll get the downloadable supply list detailing all of your requirements. If you do that today, you haven't already done it, then you're also going to get the first release, which is the border. Then in the email on each Friday after that, you're going to receive, which is part 1 is today, and then there's one on part 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th. You'll receive the rest of the pieces. And then by the end of the month, we'll be done. And I'm sure that they will be very manageable to do so that you'll have your piece done at the end of the month. And then, like I said, at the end of the month, I'll have mine all finished and mounted and displayed on the board. And I'm sure in the middle of that, we'll get together for some painting fun. So that's the Dear Santa stitch along. And I think it's going to be kind of relaxing and fun, but that's the start of also my Jolly July plan. Jolly July is what Kimberly calls her month of stitching Christmas decor, Christmas things. And so that's it, part of one of them. Now, also during Jolly July, which I think, so I'm stitching Christmas during the week. And then I'm switching over because I'm kind of doubling up. I'm switching over to Halloween on the weekends. So my weekdays are Jolly July. My weekends are Hallow Weekends, is what I'm going to do because I'm in another stitch along by Luminous Fiber Arts. This one looked so cute. I had to jump in for sure. And it also began today. So in my downloads this morning, which was super fun, my email was just busting. It was so fun. Started the stitch along, and this one, let me show you the sneak peek that they shared. Kind of weird doing this back and forth with the, how you guys doing? Okay, this is the sneak peek from Luminous Fiber Arts. And let me show you, okay, that's her thing, Luminous Fiber Arts, because I don't have very good reception. So I'd say all this is going to be in the show notes, but it may not be in the show notes until later this afternoon. So I'm going to show you as much as I can here so that you can write things down. But this is Luminous Fiber Arts. It's this 3-part stitch along. I want to do them separately. I probably won't do them I might mount them this way because I have a backer that does this with 3 individual spots, but I'm going to do each one of them individually. The first thing they did do a border, which is just basically a box, right? And then this morning we received this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you so you see what it is. And that's it. Isn't that so cute? Now I'm not going to be able to get started on this until I get back. I think I might have some floss here. I might be able to. If I'm going to have to wing it, I'm going to have to come up with my own floss. But what do you guys think? Luminous Fiber Arts. This one is called Sneaky Spooky Spells. And there is a hashtag for it that I will share at the end too. So that's the second stitch along that I'm going to be in. And on this one, you can go right to their site and purchase it. It is also a one-time purchase with full digital patterns. And the first one will be delivered to you today. So if you go ahead and purchase that, you'll see that. The next one will be on July 11th. And then the third one will be July 21st. So this is also a fun one that we could get done on our Halloween weekend stitching, in which I'm stitching Halloween on the weekends that way. And have some Halloween also stitched up in the month of July. Now, the third stitch along that I'm doing is all of these are I say stitch along, but they're all very simple and manageable to do, is the Boo Crew from Fat Quarter Shop. Boo Crew also runs for the month of July, and there are 4 email releases for that one. This one's free. So you will go and I have Boo Crew ready to go. It starts on July 5th. I just have, so all I have is getting the, this is on their site now, what do I want to say? Sorry. The supplies list. That's it's the supplies list. I have the supplies list, but that's all I've got. And it does give you a little peek of the start on the supplies list. So go to Fat Quarter Shop for Boo Crew. And in the supplies it tells you I've got it in this particular dot goose bag, and you can see I've got a needle minder and a little charm and the classic Colorworks threads that are floss that I will be using. And the fabric that I'm using is Peaceful Purple by Witchelt, and that will begin on July 5th. So Boo Crew will also be going out. I will have that finished up and follow along with Fat Quarter Shop on that, and I will have a final backer for that one for you guys by the end of the month. So I'm going to leave that one as a surprise. The fourth stitch along that I kind of jumped in, which this is just an ongoing fun thing that it totally sparked my interest when it came through the email. This is from Lindsay at Primrose Cottage. And what she is doing, Lindsay has launched the idea of filling a dough bowl full of flag stitching. and she's saying that all the flags would be different. So this is totally inspired by her, by different shapes and sizes and variations of the American flag, and that she'll be sharing her progress on her YouTube channel on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So that is Primrose Cottage. You'll want to go over there and find that. And I will show you the first one that you can get right from Primrose Cottage. And it comes with some others in it as well, is this cute flag. This is available for you to grab from her. And so I don't know that she said this, but in my head I was thinking, flags, her stitch along is called Flags on the 4th. So I'm assuming that maybe that means we'll stitch flags on the 4th of each month. But I thought that would be a fun way to do it. So I think I will get small flag stitching and do that on the 4th. So that one, I'm going to house my flags on the 4th in this new bag I got from Denise at Fat Quarter Shop. Look at the, okay, I always get a pal because who doesn't need a pal? But look at the inside of that one. It has bandana. Isn't that cute? And the back with the bandana. I thought that was a fun one. So I got one of those, and I'm just going to keep all of my flag charts. I think in this particular, maybe not. I have a lot of, I didn't bring one, but I do have a lot of patriotic bags. But I think this one would be a fun one to just keep flags on the 4th in the bandana and go with it from there. So those are the stitch alongs that I'm working on in the month of July. For the other thing for Christmas that I wanted to share with you today is that I had a chance. Hi, Kathy. She's saying hi from Western New York. So, oh, awesome. Let me know, like while we're sitting here chatting, because I can see you guys talking. What are your plans? Are you doing Christmas in July stitching? Are you doing Halloween? Have you started doing fall? Let's hear it. Let's hear who's doing what. Go ahead and put that in while I gather my next segment here for you. And if you have any other questions about stitch alongs, those are what I've got for you. So if you're following along on Instagram, you might have noticed yesterday I took off. I wasn't going to do it, guys. I wasn't. I mean, we drive a diesel and the shop was an hour and a half away, but I couldn't stand it. Halloween. Yes, I'm doing both, but Halloween. Yep. Kimberly Branham is doing Halloween. And AJ Weatherwax says hello. And Robin is doing Christmas ornaments in July and Halloween whips on the weekend. Awesome. Love it. Christine is another from Maryland. Hello. Hello, Christine. Okay, so I am doing, like I was talking about. Yesterday, I took off from the campground and headed off because I had heard of this, nautical. Diane is doing nautical in July. That's awesome. I love that. I love that idea, just nautical. I had heard of a shop called Stitches in Bloom here in Michigan that's in Alpena. And it's the gals that were at the retreat told me about it, that I needed to get there. And I thought, oh man, I'm all the way up here. So, Stitch Girl Patricia is working on Christmas ornaments. I'm already up here. I'm an hour and a half away, and typically, I'm about 4 hours from where we live. So I thought I should scoot over there. It's hard to kind of justify because, of course, like I said, we're driving a diesel, and it's like, putting all that in. Oh, and Amy is from Tawas. Hi, I love Tawas. Oh, that's another. Okay, that's going to lead me into another train of thought here in a minute, Amy. We camp at Tawas a lot too, and so I booked over there yesterday, and I called her first to make sure, of course, that they're open, and I headed over there to talk to her about the idea that I had and what I want to do for my Christmas project and get this started in July, because I know this one's going to be a big project for me, but I had thought about doing it last year. And then I was talking to Jessica and told her about it. And she told me, you got to go over and check out Made by Michelle McGraw because she did something similar. And let me show you what I did. So I went to Stitches and Blooms in Alpena, Michigan. I'm going to show you her address and everything. Let me find anyway, this will work. Okay. Here is, maybe I can't get it. Oh, shoot. Okay, I will end up getting it in the show notes eventually, but Stitches in Bloom is in Alpena, Michigan. She does have a Facebook page, she said, but not an Instagram. She was loaded. Let's do a tour of Stitches in Blooms, shall we? So I walked in. It's on my Instagram too, and saw many displays like this, which were so inspiring. A beautiful store, fully stocked with amazing charts, and you can see right here was like a little outdoor patio set to sit at and stitch. Such a cute idea. Beautiful things to buy. Don't you better believe I did. All of these were fun to see in person. The charts from Shepherd's Bush that you can do on the backs, that was fun. This one caught my eye. Be thankful, because I was thankful to be there. And of course, this one is also one of my whips that I'm going to work on today. They had the pattern to make this bag, so I just took a picture of the bag. I don't think I'm doing it as big. And then, of course, here's their shop again. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. Hi, Wendy. But anyway, what I went there for was my next big project, and that is the complete set of Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday Series. Here's one of them. My plan for these is I want a village. Okay, I want a Christmas village, and I want to stitch all the hometown holidays. Like I said, if you also want to see this idea, it's also inspired from Made by Michelle McGraw. Look at, she's doing them on pillows on her Flosstube number 64. And here she is showing another one. I screenshot her. She'd probably be like, if you ever see this, hi, Michelle. I love this. I was so happy. Her floss tube is amazing. So you have to kind of go back and look at number 64, but it is Made by Michelle McGraw is what you want to find for that. And like I said, she is doing all of these. Now I'm going to start with this one, which is number 7. It's the firehouse, because that's what we live in currently, is an old firehouse. So I am going to stitch this one first and then figure out how I'm going to get them displayed. And I will share that with you by the end of the month. I'm hoping to have maybe 1 or 2 of them stitched in July, and then just continue to add to them. I'm not being like crazy thinking that I'm getting all 20. There's 22 of them. And like I said, they are Little House Needleworks, but I got the full set. So this is also part of my haul. The next thing I picked up while I was there was the summer basket. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the triple play pillows. And got that one. I did get Seasons of the Heart. And I got all the things cross stitch patterns from Annabella's. Let me show the back. I think those are kind of cute. I love this one. Isn't that fun? Love that one. And she had a really cool supply of Lizzie Kate. So I was able to grab some Lizzie Kate because, of course, I don't have any Lizzie Kate. And I even took the ones like that she had stapled onto the thing. Her name's Karen. So, Karen, if you're watching, hi, Karen. It was a pleasure to meet you. Had a great time. And here's Lizzie Kate. She even has little buttons with them and everything. This is a snippet. Santa's got the goods. And here's a snippet of "And to all a good night." There's "'Tis the season to be jolly." And I'll get my elves on that. If only I had elves, right? And Santa Claus is coming to town. So I grabbed those. I also got 2 other quick little stitches. Live Simply. I love this. And I might stitch this one exactly like this. I have some brown fabric I've been dying to use, and I think this one could be a really good one to play with. And then good things come to those who stitch. These may all be ones you guys have already seen, but they're new to me, so I'm thrilled with those. So that was my cross stitch haul from Stitches and Blooms in Alpina. The other thing she shared with me and gave me was a free chart that is from Brianna Stewart. This is from Plum Street. And I took a picture from, go to Plum Street to get it, but it's this July 4th flag. It's a free one. So you want to pick it up there. So that, because this isn't, you want to get your own chart. And that was that. Let me look around. Okay, see, this is, remember I told you I wanted to do, this is my, I've got let me get it out in this goose bag. Let's talk stitching. I'm just doing this bag part down here. I've got that kitted and ready to go probably for this afternoon. I'm going to finish up the letters to Santa border, then tuck that away, throw some beads on my bees on my August, and go from there. So, I couldn't get the random comment. I don't have internet, and I couldn't figure out how to get the random comment picker thing. So I'm gonna extend the giveaway. Last week our giveaways were for three $25 gift certificates because I figured that would be easier for me to just email to you from here. So for a shop update now, I guess we'll go into. So I'm going to extend the giveaways till next Friday as well. So we'll have 6 giveaways next week, and it's all still the $25 gift certificate. So you'll have that. Continue to use the word camping in the show notes below in your comments. And if you could, I don't ever say this, but I guess I'm supposed to, to enter into the drawing for the $25, I do request that you be 18 years or older, and that you're a subscriber to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And that, I guess that's it. Yeah. I don't know what the rest of the rules are. Um, but I think there's rules, so I probably should have been saying rules. So anyway, that's what we'll do. And then next week I'll draw winners for everybody so that we've got more giveaways to do with the gift certificates, and things like that. So that will be a extension into next week. I do have some new things to show you again next week, so I'll be back and sharing things with you. Follow me on Instagram, which is Chantel's141, and I will continue to post my stitching. I'll also post a picture of the Airstream and some ideas from there. And I guess, does anyone have any other questions while we're here? I don't know if I've missed a lot of questions or not. Seems like, oh, there is something else I want to talk to you. Okay, there is something else. You wish you liked, this is Debbie. She says, I wish I liked camping. Yeah, sometimes it's it's touch and go. It really is. Like I tell you, this camper, it's wonderful. I love it, but we got to redo it. It needs to be redone. So that's for sure. We've got some things to fix here, but it'll be amazing when we get it fixed. The update that I have for you is just before I left, okay, literally like the night before we left camping, I put a call out for model stitchers. Whew, you guys responded and I'm super excited about it. So if I did get I got a lot of emails. And if you are interested in being a model stitcher for 141 Design Company or Chantel's 141, go ahead and email me to sales, SALES, at 141designcompany.com. And in the subject line, put model stitcher. As soon as I get back, we'll be searching all of the people who have done the email, who have emailed. Some of you I got a response to right away, and then some I haven't, but I've been hanging on to all of your names because next week we're going to tackle this wonderful new adventure. Whoops, I'm banging the table and shaking you. This new adventure using the model stitchers. This is my concept behind the model stitchers. So if you are out there and you hear this and you did not see the post, feel free to go ahead and throw your name in, because the more the merrier. We're going to have like Team 141 and a whole bunch of model stitchers. And what it is that I have backers galore. I have wood pieces galore. I have lots and lots of inspiration to share with you, showing you how to use those pieces. I can only stitch so fast. I'm a pretty fast stitcher, but I can only stitch so fast. So I'm calling on you guys to help me get models put on these backers so that we can see what all of this wonderful stuff coming out of the shop will look like and inspiration behind it. So the concept I'm going to share with you, I'm going to reach out to each one of you. We're going to schedule maybe a chat or a talk, see what your desire is as far as what you like to stitch. I'm mostly I don't really care what you're stitching on. Like it can be, but typically I stitch on 14 count Ada. The charts that I want stitched are all smalls. They're not huge. We're not doing big samplers. This is fun stitching, just for everyday fun decor. So things like the Primrose Cottage Girls has, the new charts from Annabella's, things from Priscilla and Chelsea, Luminous Fiber Arts, a lot of these great charts out there that are Waxing Moon. I love Waxing Moon. There's so many great ones out there, and I'd like to get a hands-on design. You know the ones. You know the drill. Okay, your favorites is what I want to share and show. So we'll kit them up for you. And okay, Donna, she had a 70s Airstream. Oh wow, that's what this is. It's a 70s Airstream. Um, but we'll kit them up for you. We'll get it to you. We do have a pay scale for this. So this is it's not, I mean, it's not millions, it's just something. And but I appreciate y'all like wanting to be a part of it and just kind of be on the team. So we're putting a team of model stitchers together and it should be fun. It's a fun thing. We can do some Zoom calls together, maybe do some stitching, have a Zoom retreat where we're the model stitchers unite and we kind of stitch together. So just an idea, and we'll be working on that full force next week. So if you haven't heard exactly from me yet, it's just because I'm here with poor service and um, it's not always going through, and I'm kind of just on my phone, and I didn't want to, accidentally archive somebody or something. I'm not very good with that. So that's model stitching and an update for that. And we're going to launch that next week. And I appreciate you guys so much for wanting to be a part of that. Hey, Amanda. Oh, Amanda. Okay. She says she's got loads of backers and she's got loads of finish. So that's awesome. It disappeared before I could read it all. I love you, Amanda. It's so fun. But thank you so much for following along and subscribing. And if you want to, I'd love it if you'd share and love the model stitch. Yes, Wendy, you are in. Wendy would like to be a model stitcher, and I love that. This is and model stitchers, you guys. This is not beginners can be a model stitcher for 141. It's fine. We're not. I'm not looking. Your backs are not important to me. So what you do is fine by me. It's all kind of, for the fun of it. And I think we can make them look really awesome with the backs and the backers. So that being said, I will let you go. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm trying to get back with all of them. So, hey, Stitch Girl, yeah, email me. I sure I can get my email and things in. If I don't have any show notes in this, go back to a previous one like last week's episode, and my email address is in there. It's just been weird connecting and linking here at the campground. So, but I will have it next week. But we'll be in touch. We will be in touch. So, yes, Wendy, you can be a model. Actually, I consider y'all supermodels. So you're going to be supermodels on Team 141. And thanks for joining. So I'll talk to you guys next week. And I'm going to get back out there and get this air conditioning turned on in this camper before it gets like super, super toasty. Have a good weekend, guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.